Hello there everybody, welcome back to another video. This isn't something that I normally do. I do it every now and then, but I decided, you know what, rather than make a video where I'm just talking and it's just my face, it can get very boring looking at my face. So I thought, you know what, I downloaded the Power Wash Simulator 2 demo and I did a pretty horrific job on this van. I mean, I got it cleaned, but maybe I didn't use the best. This is my first time playing the game right here, so I genuinely didn't know if there was tactics to be done or whatnot. Anyway, this is just a bit of background thing. You know how like you're watching a video and there's like Subway Surfer on the bottom and it just keeps you hooked onto the video on what the person's saying? Well, it's easier to focus on what they're saying because you're hypnotized by what's going on down there. Maybe you're not even listening right now. I thought I'd make this video. I feel conviction in me. Because lately a lot of things have been happening for me and I just wanted to touch base with you guys and see how you guys were doing. I wanted to be a bit more interactive with you guys because at the moment I'll be honest, it just doesn't feel like I'm doing what I want to be doing. I love reacting to the content that I do, but it just doesn't fill me with like a sense of fulfillment. It just feels like it's a dead end almost. Even though I do love the videos and stuff, I feel like maybe there's something more I could be doing. So I've been praying. For those who don't know, I am a Christian. I was baptized February 1st and I started moving towards the faith at the end of last year. I haven't really looked back since, but at the same time I've had a lot of problems within it with my old self trying to come back and haunt me. Yeah, I've been struggling with that a lot recently. I don't know if you guys are religious at all, even if you're not religious, but you just maybe you're struggling with something that you know you should let go of, but you can't quite let go of. I don't know, because you're so used to doing something maybe. Anyway, this is going to be pretty much a ramble. I have been, like I said, praying for a purpose, for something that, I don't know, fills me with joy. Like I get up out of bed, it's like I can't wait to do that. I don't think anyone really enjoys working. Let's be honest, no one really enjoys working, but the job that you do can be more enjoyable than others, that's for sure. And I guess if you're doing what you love, it's not really working. Like it's not really working, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? But like I was just thinking to myself, because I'm 32 now, and I think, you know, I didn't go to the educational route. I didn't go to university or college or anything like that. Well, I did go to college, but it was for a media thing for 2 years. Then I dropped out of like this what do you call them? It's like a higher learning thing. But I dropped out after one term I just got a job basically. And whilst I was at that job, I thought to myself, my goodness, I can't be doing this. I don't want to be doing this. This is soul crushing for me anyway. A lot of people might have enjoyed, you know, working and being around people. Sometimes my social battery is very low. I have a hard time being around people sometimes and I just crash out really hard. Like not crash out like anger, but just mentally crash out. Like I'm tired, I can't be bothered to speak to anyone. I'm basically just like lobotomized to a certain degree. So then I decided, you know, to pursue YouTube as best as I can, and Five Nights at Freddy's came along. This feels like I'm just telling you my story at this point, but you know, maybe some of you don't know the story. And you know, I was doing that with Ryan, a good friend, childhood friend, 8-Bit Ryan, and we did that. And then I got out of that job, and then we were doing that for I don't know how many years, but I moved out like a couple of times. I moved out, then moved back in, then moved out. Like this has been a thing that I do in my life. It's like I fail to commit to things. That's why in like relationships and stuff, it's just sometimes it could be the best thing ever, but I obviously have something wrong inside of me, and so I kind of push things away, maybe because I feel like I don't deserve them, and I've been working on that. Like I said, this is a ramble, this is going all over the place, but then I went my own direction. We left 8-Bit Game, and me and Ryan obviously still speak, we're good friends. We see each other, I'd say monthly at least now, because we live in different areas at the moment. And then I did my own thing. I was streaming on Twitch for a while. I was hoping I could make something of that. But I don't know, I just got this random thought the other day where I was like, I genuinely can't see myself doing anything else, because I've got to a point now where I work for myself and it's nice, I can choose my own hours, and going to work for someone else and being like tied down and I don't know, restricted to their kind of hours. So you feel like you're basically, tied down, so to speak. It got me thinking, like, what can I do if I'm not necessarily not enjoying what I'm doing right now, but I just feel like there's something more and I just don't know what that is. It's so frustrating. I've been feeling conviction recently to be like, okay, I need to do something else. But genuinely, I don't know what that thing is. I've been praying, I've been going to church, I've been talking to people. I spoke to this one woman at my church on the Sunday just gone, and she said to me, she asked what I do, and I said, I react to, I'm a content creator, I react to stuff online, which the first thing that I know that something isn't right is that I feel embarrassed to talk about that. Like, I feel like, and then people look at me like, oh, that's such a easy job, or that's such a, like, you're not even doing anything creative with that, like you're just reacting to other people's content. I guess that's my own conviction, that's just my judgment on myself projecting onto them back to me. And that's what I fear, like that's what I think my fear of other people's judgment is. It's just my own judgment back onto me, basically. And she said, oh, what kind of content? And I said, horror content mainly. And she said, Ryan, she's from Lithuania, I'm not going to do the accent, but she said, Ryan, you shouldn't be doing this. And I said, why not? She said, well, you're mocking God. You're letting all of these evil kind of imagery into your life, into your mind and stuff, and it's gonna poison you. I'm paraphrasing. This isn't exactly what she said, but it's around this. And I said, I think it. As a Christian, God knows your heart, right? He knows your heart, so he knows my intention as well. I know I'm not worshipping these things. I know I'm not, they don't even bother me anymore. That's the thing, like, I've been so used to watching horror content, and I don't mean to sound like an alpha male, little freaking werewolf dude, but it just doesn't bother me anymore. I can't remember the last thing that actually bothered me reacting to. Because it's all, I just know it's all fake, it's all silly, you know what I mean? I don't see it as something that can come into my life and affect me, do you know what I mean? But I guess, look at the kitty, oh, that's cute. Got distracted. I guess there was a part of me that did feel conviction from that, because I was thinking, okay, is this a sign here? Was she meant to talk to me about this? I do love doing what I'm doing, but it's like, obviously I've been asking for a sign for something else that I could be doing potentially, and I don't know, it's confusing to me. It's very confusing. Because like I said, I don't have any like practical skills, so to speak. Didn't do the educational route. So it's like, I just feel like I'm a blank canvas. And some people might say, oh, well, blank canvases, you can start fresh with a blank canvas. But my problem is that the way my brain works, I've spoken about this before, my brain is very like, it refuses to learn stuff sometimes. Like, and it loses interest fast in things. Like, I'll get really hyper fixated on something, then I'll just lose interest. I learned to play the guitar, and I learned the chords, and it's nice because now I can pick up a guitar and I can play certain chords in a certain order, and it sounds nice. But I never decided to go further with it. But however, the drums, in honesty, like, there has been moments where I've kind of gone, oh, I can't be bothered to do that today. But I do find myself practicing more and more with drums. I don't know, maybe it's because I can just zone out whilst I'm doing it. I don't have to really think much about what I'm doing, so I'm just learning different rudiments and stuff, or I'm just playing along to a song, or trying to, I don't know, there's not a lot of thinking involved with that. But like, when it comes to learning new, like a trade or something, or learning a new subject, learning a new software, even from a young age, this was before all the brain rot and the short form media came in, I've just had a really hard time learning stuff, and I have to be extremely interested in the thing that I'm learning about, else you've got no chance. And I guess the thing is now is that it's like, well, what do I like to do? And I'm expecting other people to give me the answer to that. Only I can discover that. And I guess I'm stuck in this kind of like bubble at the moment where I'm like, I need to stop saying like as well. I say that so much. I'll probably say it a lot more now that I've said that. Yeah, I'm just inside this bubble, and it's hard to pop out of that. Maybe there are things that are out there that I'm not going to get to see because I'm so comfortable in this bubble. And I'm at this point where I'm thinking, what can I do? What should I do? Like I said, I'm 32 years old. At this point in my life, I feel like, wow, back in the early 2000s or whatever, the 90s, at this age, you would be having a family, you'd have your own home, you'd be in your own career. Do you know what I mean? I know, and I guess nowadays it's harder because you have access to social media that just basically shows you the highlights of everybody's life, and you mistake the highlights for just their normal life. It's tough because you see other people and what they're doing with themselves, and you're, even people younger than you, and you feel like wow, I'm lagging behind. I'm don't know, like I'm trying to look forward at the moment to what I could be doing in the future. I do love like content creation and stuff, but it's just, my brain is just like, I don't know, so limited right now. That's what it feels like. It feels like I'm super limiting myself, and it's frustrating. I guess it came to a point where I said to myself, am I just meant to be, I think I've said this before, but am I meant to just be an average guy, just never really doing anything big? Like, I've been writing in my diary, and rather than like Dear Diary now, I write my diary entries out like a prayer, so I start off with Dear Heavenly Father, and then I write down what's on my mind. And I notice a lot of the same things coming up, confusion, feeling lost, not knowing what to do, looking for a sign of something greater. I thought I would do this video because I like ranting this stuff out. It feels better afterwards, for sure. And maybe it can serve as, you're not on your own if you're in a similar situation to me. And it's not the be all and end all. Even though we love to convince ourselves that it is the be all and end all, it's really not. It's, people change career paths 50 years old, 60 years old. Soon it'll be 70 years old because the retirement age just seems to be going up and up and up now. But yeah, I guess I'll worry about the future. Am I going to have enough money to live? Will this be a thing? Because if I do this, and then I don't necessarily have pensions like other people do, how am I going to survive? Do you know what I mean? I guess the one good thing about having a job is that you can just put that money away without thinking about it. When you're in charge of yourself, you have to do that all yourself, and I'm terrible at looking after myself. I don't know about you guys. Yeah, I've been feeling a lot of conviction recently. Just in everything, actually. My discipline. My discipline is I'd say the overall thing. And I don't mean to make this all about me, but the reason I'm doing this is, maybe you can see yourself in me, if that makes sense. But yeah, the discipline thing, especially this phone here, the amount of times I've heard, like, you need to get rid of that. Not get rid of it, but you need to put it away somewhere and just focus and do stuff. You need to go jogging, you need to go to the gym, you need to just get on with work. You need to read the Bible more. That's another one. Like, I feel like the answers are there. Even if you're not a Christian, I believe the Bible is so full of wisdom, and there's so many nuggets in there that you can take. It's like, if you're looking for truth, that's where you'll find it. There's so much wisdom in there, and sometimes it takes decoding what's being said, and that's something I struggle with at the moment as well. And that's why I think I'm going to join a Bible study with my church, just to try and really decode and understand what's happening and maybe context of what's being said. But yeah, it's one of those things where I know I should be doing something. I think Paul says this. I'm not sure which letter he writes, but Paul says, and Paul is like basically the dude who wrote 2/3 of the New Testament Bible. He didn't even know he was writing the Bible. He was just writing letters out to these churches. And I didn't even know that what Corinthians and that lot was. I realized whilst reading the Bible, this is letters to churches. I thought it was, I don't know what I thought it was. He said, why is it, I'm paraphrasing here because he's a poet, that guy, the way he words stuff. He said, why is it I don't do the things I know I should, and I do the things I know I shouldn't? So, we all have that in us where we know we should be doing something, but we don't do it. I don't know why. Why don't we do that? Effort, maybe? We're scared of change? I don't know what it is. When I think of it personally, I'm just lazy. Genuinely just lazy. And I've been feeling super conviction lately. And I guess, like you can see here, I haven't uploaded in, I think, 5 days, 6 days. That's ridiculous. Like, do you know how many people would love to have that kind of time off work? Like 5-6 days just not doing anything. And here I am complaining. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Maybe I can, I'd love to just do like a little series like this where I play little games like Power Wash Simulator, and maybe there's some questions that you guys have, or like you want my opinions on stuff. I think this is nice because I like to watch, in my spare time, I like to listen to people maybe going through similar stuff to me, and like there's something going on in the background, like maybe, well, this is just my thinking anyway, like I find it hard just to focus on someone. Sometimes I think my brain's just completely fried at the moment from all the short form media that I consume. So it's nice to have something to watch whilst you're listening to it, whilst you're doing other things maybe as well. But you know, maybe I could do that. Maybe there's certain things you'd want my opinion on. I don't want to get political because I can't be bothered for all that. Or, you know, advice or something like that. Like, I don't know, I'm still going to be doing the reaction content. Like, I appreciate what the woman at my church said to me, but genuinely, my intent isn't bad. My heart is good, I think. You know, it hasn't always been good. I don't think it has anyway. There's been moments in my life where I've done some horrible things. Some things that really just haunt me, I guess, but you need those in your life to keep pushing forward and becoming better, I think. There's another cat there. I don't know how I'm editing this, by the way. I don't know if the job's going to be finished by the time I've done this, but I will edit in the cats and stuff, as I've said, as they appear. Sorry, this has been a complete ramble, guys, because with the way YouTube's going at the moment, for me, you know, it just, because I don't know what happened in the last, like, 6 months or so. Like, I built up this audience, like, I was averaging a certain amount of views, and then out of nowhere, I just was killed. Like, my channel was cut in half, basically. And I was thinking, well, I haven't really changed what I've been doing. The things that I was doing that was getting me this many views is what I'm doing now, and that's not getting that many views. So it's either YouTube or people just lose interest. So I thought, I can't always constantly be doing this reaction stuff. I need to be doing and trying other stuff. And I thought this was one of them. I think it's just nice to speak out loud like this. Maybe other people can relate, not feel so alone, like I said. What I will say to you, if you feel stuck, especially if you're around my age as well, it ain't over till it's over. Do you know what I mean? And like, just because you feel stuck now doesn't mean you're going to be stuck forever. You know, I encourage everyone to pray. If you're not Christian, like, honestly, there's a lot of power in prayer, I think. You know, you ask God for a sign or guidance or, you know, something to come along to help you on the right path. That's what I try to do. And this video idea came up when I was talking to my friend. It's been one of those things that I've been praying on for a while. So I don't know, maybe it will do you guys some good. Who knows? But yeah, this has been just me rambling, more of a check-in more than anything. I hope you guys are doing good. Let me know how you guys are doing in the comment section. And you know, if you guys have got some want advice, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I have the answers, because I don't. I'm doing this now. I'm kind of stuck with myself. But when it comes to other people, I have better advice, I guess you could say. So maybe this could be an outlet for people to just not feel so alone and, you know, chill. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy. I'm not sure how far ahead I am with this. I'll probably skip like ahead when the actual thing's done, because I feel like at the moment I'm just clearing up little bits and pieces here. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy, and I hope you can relate in some way. If not, then my bad. I don't know what to say. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, God bless and take care.